Oh, wow. We really flew through that raid, man. I can't believe we're already at Atheon. Or is it Atheon?
It's Atheon.
It depends if you're British or not. I know, man. This is awesome. It's like free loot.
Well, guys, we're not done yet.
Says the professional.
Yeah,
That's
we're
right.
almost there, though. We're almost there. How do you want to do the oracles?
Well, man, I prefer using the state method. You know, California, Washington, North Dakota, South Dakota, Maine, Florida. It's easy enough.
Wait a minute. Geography's hard, guys. I don't know. What do I do? What I've been taught? Left near, right far, that kind of stuff.
I mean, this isn't day one, Gatr. I mean, we are professionals and podcasters.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird flex, but yeah, what if we did it like a dog? Like, we have snout, ears, back, front legs, back legs, and then tail.
Let's give it a shot.
What?
Oh, shit. Yeah, geography is hard, so yeah, Gatr doesn't know shit about it. So,
Well, I mean, dog parts? I mean, how the hell? I got an idea. What about, hear me out. Night Demon, Parody, Respawn, Cyn, Kingsley, and Gatr.
Love it. Starting the encounter now.
Let's do it.
Hey, on behalf of Raven and myself, you son of a bitch.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Guardian down.
Hello, and welcome to the Guardian Hub podcast, where we talk Destiny and our love of the game.
Beep.
Wait,
Beep.
wrong show?
Wrong show.
A for effort.
Yeah. I like your enthusiasm. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 106 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple dads that love all things in the Destiny universe, not Trials, and we talk about it. We also interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. We're the show that loves catching up with our podcasting homies. I'm your host, the Gatr, and my co-host Hazel is here as well. Hey, man, how's life been this week?
It kind of sucked for a little bit there because we lost our we lost our air conditioning for a good little while. That was not my definition of fun. So they came out today, fixed it, and on top of that, they even did it for free.
Well, didn't you say it was a capacitor? I've had a few of those replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah. We replaced...
So,
last thing that happened before my my whole AC took a dump is a capacitor finally blew. And then we turned over the compressor, and it sounded like sand. It was that bad. Hey, it lasted 14 years. But I heard you had an air filter in that thing for how long? Go ahead. You can share with the group.
At least 3 years.
Oh my God.
I don't know. We bought the place, and that was about it.
What a noob.
Yeah. What a noob.
Once a
when you buy a house, it doesn't tell you.
I know. That's what YouTube's for, man. No,
YouTube. You don't watch YouTube after you buy a house.
I mean, if you want to know something about how to fix something in a house or proper maintenance or whatever, YouTube's is priceless, man. But no, I mean, once a month, man. I mean, our ACs run. Our ACs run like all the time.
Where we are.
Yeah, I mean, our ACs in Florida, they're always running, so we have to replace them.
This is this old house that you're listening to right now.
This old house.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How's the fam? Everybody good? Everybody good there?
Yeah, everybody's good. We're gonna take my daughter on a little trip back to my wife and I, the college that we met at. So
nice, man. That's cool.
Yeah, we're gonna go there this weekend. So
yeah, cool deal. Cool.
Yep. What about you, man?
It's been a decent week. Finally got my truck back. I got the bill on that. Oh my God. Let's just say I've spent a pretty penny on this truck, and it better run for a long time now. So got that in today. That was a nice welcome surprise. But yeah, it's just been hot. I know. The whole country is hot right now. I get it. But damn, 96 today and not a drop of breeze and 100% humidity. So what do you think that feels like? Probably like 110, 115. It was just
like balls.
It was nasty, dude. It was nasty. So, but my son came over. We did some sparring. He's an MMA fighter, and he's teaching me how to throw punches.
You fucking sparred? Can we get that recorded?
No, he's not going to hit the old man. I told him, you hit me and you better start running because I can outrun your ass. He may be able to hit me
in a car, maybe. But
no, I can outrun him. I'm fast. But for an old guy, I can still run. But all right. Anyway, it's been a decent week. Let's see. Weather report for Elmer Fudd. It's 82 degrees, fair skies tonight. A little bit of clouds, a little bit of moon. So we're looking good. We have one of our longtime friends of the show on the podcast tonight. He is in our multitude of Discord communities, I guess you could say. And it's Mr. CynMedia. How you been, man?
Magical, sir.
Of course you were going to say that.
As always. Hey, it's trademarked. I gotta do it. I gotta throw it in there every now and again.
Is that in your contract with Kingsley and Dez?
Maybe my personal contract for myself.
Well, just in case you out there are wondering who the heck this guy is, you can find Cyn on Twitch at CynMedia. Remember that CYN, and of course the Guardian Hub podcast. What's the Guardian Hub podcast? What's their saying? I can't remember.
Well, I mean, first you might want to tell them the website, which is what now, Gatr?
Guardian Down. I'm thinking of mine. The Guardian Hub. TheGuardianHub.com. Is that right?
Yes, and that is the best hub on the net.
There it is. Another great soundbite for year 3. I love it. Well, just to preview what we're going to be covering tonight, guys. First, obviously, we're going to catch up with Cyn, see what's going on in his life. Next, Hazel's going to go over the latest news from Bungie, i.e. the TWAB, for this 12th week of Season of the Splicer. Next, we're going to answer questions from our community and add 2 songs each to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify and iTunes. Oh, and we might talk some Destiny topics as well, so we'll just see.
Why would we want to do that?
We'll see what we roll into. Yeah, we'll see how it
Question,
goes.
though. Any more Nickelback?
No.
There's always room for Nickelback.
No.
They're like Pringles.
I've put a ban.
Pop, you can't stop.
I put a ban on all Nickelback from here on out. So, yeah, I'm sure Hazel will try to circumvent that, but we'll see how it goes.
I'm pretty sure Mrs. Hazelnut's in the chat right now, and since Mrs. Gatr is allowed to put in a pick, maybe Mrs. Hazelnut can throw in a last-minute Nickelback song.
Oh, I like that.
Why would you want to
like that?
Why would you want to tie her down to such an awful group? At least make sure it's Creed. I mean, come on. If we're talking rock groups here.
All right, you can take me higher.
There you go. Nice reference. I love it. All right, guys, what do you say? Ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's roll. Hey, thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or, you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what picks our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or Hazel, just visit our website at GuardianDowncast.com for all the contact information and where else you want to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Don't you or me, man. Anyway, so hey, Guardians, check us out, and later, Guardians.
Toddles.
Hey, that's my line, man.
Mr. CynMedia, how you been, man? I know you guys were with us on our 100th episode, and we all kind of talked, but I wanted to kind of talk to you individually here. I mean, when you have a multitude of podcasts all together, it's hard for everyone to speak up and amongst the group and stuff. So I figured, hey, let's see if Cyn will want to come on this week, and we thank you, sir. We appreciate you coming on tonight.
Absolutely, always a pleasure.
So how's the new job?
Not bad. It's definitely different getting to work from home versus having to travel 2+ hours every single day, an hour each way. So, I got a lot more flexibility. My mortgage job, obviously getting through this, I don't have a lot of activities doing that per day. Mm-hmm. I stay clocked in. I get to work on my insurance business, doing some with that. I can game a little bit during the day now. I can work on other projects. I can stop. I can, see the kids in the middle of the day. So definitely a lot more fun and a lot more flexibility with that. So it's not bad. I can't say I get to see my wife a lot more. That's either a good or a bad thing. Sometimes it's always nice to have a little bit of space, but
no, you're supposed to say that's a good thing.
Adapting.
It's a good thing.
No, it is. I don't. She might not think so.
You never know.
She enjoys the help.
You never know if they listen, man. You got to make sure cover your
The
bases.
help or the hindrance.
See, when I'm outside of like podcasting and gaming, I got my like work game face on, so I can be kind of car business aggressive sometimes.
Sure.
And she just gives me those looks. I'm like, you just got to roll with it.
Oh my god. We try to give each other space. I'm when we're home during the nighttime. She's had a long day. She's exhausted, so it's good to actually give each other space. That's actually a secret to long marriages. So, just my 2 cents. But
avoid the other person. That sounds like a great
not avoid them.
No,
not avoid them, but yeah.
So the bad thing. So I'll tell you the bad thing about it is I have a drop shipping website that I use, and I use, I'm sure you know by now that I use it to sell our Guardian Hub stuff on, and I sell at a discount. I don't look to make a profit on it, so I can control the pricing and discounts.
Right.
So we recently, she's been doing on the side. She has a Facebook group that's got like 400 or 500 people in it. And she's been doing, she did the socks. I know, Hazel, you got a pair of them. And then she's been doing like the heat press stuff. Well, recently she's like, she's been talking about it a couple times. She was like, what if we put all my designs on your website? So the past few days we've been joining forces. I've been putting her designs up on the website, and she's going to use the platform to help manage like her selling. And now we can pick and choose, if it's designs that's too complicated to, do on the Cricut and weed out the design and heat press. We'll just order through the website and have them print it. Right. And then, we can kind of decide, if we're too busy, just print them, or if we're going to make them to save a little bit on costs. So it gives us a little bit more flexibility, and she can kind of help run it. So that's kind of cool. Yeah.
All the Speedrun Champion shirts, my wife does them via the Cricut and heat presses them as well. And, we thought about putting, maybe a mock, Speedrun Champion t-shirt in our store. We don't know yet. But I don't know. We're trying to work on some new designs, but we're actually, I guess I can share it amongst everybody here. We're actually working on a new show design for Guardian Downcast. A long time ago when we started this podcast, we used just a bunch of clip art and stuff, and my daughter is actually working on hand drawing a new. It looks pretty good so far. We're working on it, so we'll see how it goes.
Nice. I'm kind of curious to see what your thought process is and like what you're trying to make it.
I'll let it be a surprise, but let's just say it's somewhat similar to what we have now. It's somewhat similar. There's some twist to it, but I like the way the emblem. I like the way that the thumbnail is set up right now. I like the blue and stuff, but we kind of tweaked it a little bit, but I still got to show Hazel some of the proofs and see what he thinks. So we'll go from there. But,
hold.
Yeah.
Yep. So, question for you, sir. So how are things going in the Guardian Hub?
Not too bad. We are what? I don't even know the episode, over 120 shows in, right? And that's bad because we just recorded. I let Kingsley handle all of the actual episode numbers, but hold on, I can actually look real quick. I do all the editing and I save them by names of the podcast numbers. So we just recorded 121. So yeah, we're and of course Kingsley comes live in the chat as I'm looking now. But yeah, not bad at all. It's good. I can still got the editing down. I'm glad I don't do what I did before when it comes to editing and spend hours like racking my brain over trying to make sure every line of the track's perfect. Because I spent hours upon hours, days doing that in some instances. Now it's more of spot check and compiling and intro, outro, and I do some spot edits as I need to. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, let me remind everybody we're actually in a stage channel tonight. It's something new that Discord has put on and started in their Discords, and you guys have been using it for a while now. It's basically you can jump in and listen to the live. It's just like being in the live stream, but we're not streaming video. It's all audio, and people can listen in and hear how all the what happens in the background stuff like that. So it's a less produced part of our show, but it's kind of cool. I kind of like doing it. How are you guys liking this? I know you guys do this almost every week now, don't you?
Yeah, since the launch of the stages, we've been doing it. I want to say originally when we first started, we couldn't use Craig or the G-Arc backup. They weren't compatible with the channels, but shortly after they became compatible with the channels. And if you don't know, Craig and G-Arc are the Discord software that we use to do recordings. G-Arc's been super stable, which is nice. Almost every single time he outperforms Craig. So I've been using he's supposed to be a backup, but now he's the primary one that I use. Mm-hmm. Which is cool. And it still records the channel separately, even though it's in the stage. But I like it. One thing, I can kind of see them at some point maybe evolving this a little bit more. Because you have it set up like we do, where you have a separate podcast live chat, right? Where we can kind of interact with people listening. But I'd almost see them maybe bringing in a chat feature into the channel itself, and then possibly allowing video to be shown. And they could probably enhance it a little bit like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Be kind of like you're bringing almost like a Twitch stream right into the Discord.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what only thing we're missing is I don't want to do any video editing. I'm sorry, folks. I really don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah, no. Definitely not the editing.
Syncing up video is not fun. And I know there's some apps out there I've been looking at that sync up stuff real easily, but I like the audio aspect. I don't know about you, but I like the audio aspect of podcasting. I know some podcasts out there that like to do the streaming and the video and stuff, but just watching talking heads on a stationary, I don't know. To me, I don't know if it adds much, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't go down the rabbit hole of video editing. I do have the software for it, and I use it for some small stuff. Once I get my basement and life organized where I might have a little bit more time, right. I wouldn't mind doing some like professional videos for like work and such, and recording myself and doing videos like that. But that's more so for the content creation of business more than anything.
There's a new app you got to check out. It's called Descript. I don't know if you've heard of it yet. It'll actually take out all the ums and uhs and any you could tell it anything and it'll take it out. It actually prints up transcripts of the show, which, my God, that would be enormous for our shows. But it'll actually print a transcript, and you can literally take words that you don't want to be in there, and it'll automatically go anywhere that word is and take it out. It can it can sync your voice to fill in gaps. I mean, it's amazing what this thing does. But
technology really has come a long way, and I don't know if I downloaded this app. It's called, let me find it real quick, Reface. And
oh, yeah.
I think I saw it one time. Somebody refaced Glad with like, I'm a Barbie girl or something like that and put it on Twitter. And I ended up going down the rabbit hole and finding it. And my oldest daughter now has it on her phone and she plays around with it. But you could take any picture or take any picture of somebody's face and like put it on like pre-cut film, and it overlays the face on that character, or it'll make the mouth move on a photo to a song. And it's like the funniest thing, and the kids get a kick out of it.
Isn't that crazy, man? That used to be like superior video editing in the TV space that could do that. You had to have like real expensive editing machines and stuff to make that work. Now it's all software. Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's, good thing for these developers doing it. They can drive ad revenue or, purchases. I know with this app, it's free to download, but I think you can buy stuff to unlock even more, or like remove the ads. And, but it just makes life so much easier. And people can take these apps and, build brands off of them almost. You could do corny little stuff like that, throw it up on TikTok and get 300,000 likes and follows. And now you have your own brand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or you can get a job with Disney. I don't know if you saw that, but the guy that did the deep fake on he like redid the spoiler alert for The Mandalorian. For anybody who didn't watch it, you can hop out of the chat and everything like that. But he redid the Luke Skywalker reveal and it looks like 100 times better than the way Disney did it originally.
Yeah,
this is just some guy sitting in his basement, basically.
They were talking about it last night on Generation X Gaming, 30 and Still Gaming. Yeah, they were on it last night, and they were showing the side by side comparison. It was night and day, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's just some guy. I mean, I don't think it's his job either. I think it's what is his job now. But yeah,
I haven't seen that. You should link it. You should link it. Link it in the show notes and link it here in live chat for me. I got to watch it.
Done. I'll do the research because Gator's old.
It would, by the time I would find it, the show'd be over. So
quite possible.
Hazel's our crack statistician here. He'll figure it out. Every podcast has to have one. Well, hey, Cyn, are you playing Destiny now? Are you playing anything else?
I actually play a lot more now than I have in the past. Before it was just confined to Destiny because that's really all I had time for.
Sure.
Now I've kind of branched out. I mean, we're kind of in a I say, Destiny is always going to have its peaks and valleys, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say right now we're in a valley. I feel like I'm for the most part caught up on content, outside on some triumphs I wouldn't mind grinding for the simple fact, I was even grinding for a set of Warlock arms last night during our recording. The name of them. The ones that pair with Thorn, the necrotic grips. And I was grinding this law sector in the EDZ over and over. And I kept getting exotic arms. And I'm like, man, why am I not getting this to drop? And I probably did about 10 or so of them, maybe a couple more. And I got efficient at this law sector doing this. And then I was like, well, let me just take a look. And I had gotten them last season. I didn't need to sit there and grind for it. Like, it's that bad. Like, I can't even remember, exactly what I needed to grind for. But it's just, it goes to show, how much I've actually done in the game. There is that valley. But other games, I've gotten, I started playing with a buddy, Rocket League. I play that on PS5.
Okay.
Or PlayStation. I know it's free to play on those platforms, or pretty much all platforms now. And then, that's fun. You got little 5-minute matches. You can hop in and out. Something super casual. Each match is a little bit different, and we have a little bit of fun doing it. I've played some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Definitely not as far in the story as I would like in that. Kingsley told me last night. I think I'm probably pretty early on in the game, so I got a lot more content. Now, my plan is not to grind out all the side quests in it. I just want to get through the main story content and get it done.
Say you completed it.
Yeah, kind of like what I did with Borderlands 3 a while back. And we talked a little bit about Borderlands 3. Spoiler alert, as you'll see, our shows probably come out at the same time, so it may or may not be a spoiler alert.
All right.
And then we want to jump. I think we probably want to jump back in that. I don't think we got the last major content release, which wasn't really that major. I think there was a new effects or skill trees that they unlocked and some additional story, but it was super minor. But outside of that, I downloaded that wrestling game that's free on PlayStation Plus, played a couple matches in it. I had to stop because I was trying to concentrate and try to figure out button combinations so I could suplex somebody or do a finisher. And I figured it's probably not going to be good for my multitasking tonight if I'm trying to focus on that and talk too. So,
I know, man. I was like,
oh my God.
What
are you talking about? Yeah, it's like playing Gambit when you're doing this.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Well, that I could do. If Destiny related, I could probably do because it's, there's not much that I need to focus on. Anything I'm doing is trying to kind of passive at this point.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a story mission, all out, I wouldn't be able to focus on both.
I was last night. I just hopped on and this is how crazy I've gotten into I'm actually trying to get that last triumph for the Solstice of Heroes, trying to get all the bosses. What do you get to kill? I don't know, 50 bosses or something on EAZ?
Is that the Prism Day?
Yeah, on Prism Day. Since they're doing Prism the rest of the week. So here's what you do. What you do is you grab all your weapon bounties and you get them all done with all 3 characters. And while you're there, you kill bosses. That's multitasking. Yeah,
I did one last night. I'm not quite to the next tier yet. And I think this is the second tier out of 4. I just don't have the motivation to do it after I started doing it. Originally I thought it might have been, all the like little mini bosses in there, and you could kind of get through it quick. But
Right.
that wasn't the case. It's the final boss. Like, I just don't know if I have the patience to do that. I could spend the time to do some other stuff. It's not like a real major advantage as far as triumph score.
Right.
Or you don't get another perk to go along with it. So I put that aside. I wanted to do it, but I put it off.
What now? Does anybody know what that last triumph is? I bet you Mo knows.
Yeah. I know.
What's the last triumph for here? It's a hidden for me right now.
Well, yeah, it's hidden for everyone, but it's actually the last piece is like something they're going to reveal during the course of.
It's over on Tuesday.
The season's not over.
No, this was for a Solstice of Heroes event. There's one. If you look at all the triumphs, you're in the game. You can look it up. If you look at the triumph for Solstice of Heroes, yeah, I see you playing Destiny, and and if you look at
not hidden, man. All 6 of them are shown.
No, I'm telling you, I looked last night at the very bottom right one. It's the very last
Solstice
one.
Cat Snack.
Yeah, what is that? What do you got to do to get that?
Did you not get the cat?
Yeah, you just go say hi to the cat and give it a snack, and there you go.
What cat?
Oh,
really?
Jesus, man! Can we teach you how to Destiny?
Wait a minute. What cat? Wait a minute. What am I missing here?
This is like
what the hell?
Old news.
No, dude. What cat? Retold
Do you
tail
remember?
cat?
Do you remember last year there was a cat statue in the AZ, and it was down like underneath the entrance area. You kind of fall in the little cubby hole.
You fall down a little island first.
Yeah.
It's there, but they kind of, it's like, if I remember, they opened it up a little bit more than what it was before. But you go
How did I
in
miss
there,
this?
and you just scan the cat.
Okay, I'm doing that tonight after the show. I'm getting this done.
I will Sherpa you through it. I'll get
cool.
one more. I'm
No.
6 of 10. I'll get one more boss kill.
Kingsley's like, do it live. No way in hell. No way in hell I'm doing it live. That'd be embarrassing as hell. Like, I think I missed this last year, dude. I think I missed this last year too. I don't remember scanning a cat last year. Man,
it wasn't scannable last year, I don't believe.
Right, it wasn't. Or the year before, I think even.
Oh, okay. I mean,
It's been in there for a while.
Dude, I just grab the bounties. I get the bounties and I shoot the mans. That's all I worry about.
What? No way.
Yeah, that's all I do. That's all I do, man.
What? Did anybody else know this?
All right.
I mean, honestly, there's no point of the bounties, really, for any. There really isn't, right? So you use them for XP gains, but once you get to season rank 200, you're capped for what you can get for triumph score for the plus 20. And what the GMs are, they have contest modifier, which I didn't realize. Kingsley told me, but they have contest modifier, right? So after a certain point, your power doesn't matter,
right?
The only thing that it would really matter for is the master,
right?
Master Fog to get your power up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but really, that's more skill than it's going to be the power deficit. So really, there's no point of grinding it out other than just having a number and saying you accomplished it. But I don't think any of us at this point are going to catch Larman Kentucky.
Oh hell no! He's 900 plus right now. By the way,
yeah.
He says
that is intense.
Isn't that crazy? Hey, good for Larry, man. Larry's on a mission, man. He's on a charity mission. When you're driven by something such as good willed as that, I mean, he's driven, man. I mean, his whole day is etched out. He was talking to me the other day in fire team, telling me his methods and how he does it. And it's amazing, man. The man is committed. He is dedicated to getting this done. So,
yeah.
Hey.
You're basically doing bounties on all 3 characters every single day it's released.
Oh.
And then doing all the pinnacles and your powerful, weekly steps. You basically have to 100% the week and 100% the day to have a chance.
That sounds like my hell right there.
I used to do that. I used to do most of the bounties for 3 characters, and I was like, I just can't keep up. Can't do it.
That's my own private hell.
This is the guy who is foregoing any more of his spin thread crap, whatever it is you got to do the bounties for to get the raw materials so you can actually have transmog pieces. He's like, no, it includes a bounty. I'm not doing it. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? That's 5 extra pieces of armor, maybe even 10. I can't remember.
Technically, there is a bounty that you have to get in order to get the material to get the transmog material.
Well, the very first time, but after that, then it's optional. But those bounties, it's all passive. I mean, just go play Gambit.
I hope our listeners can hear the exasperation in Gator's voice.
I just can't believe
it's just passive.
I can't believe this waste. I can't believe this waste.
Passive one would be the raid, because Larman does jump in quite a bit of raids on the on that side.
Yeah, he does.
He could pick those up and knock them out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I do want to say real quick though, I do want to give you and your clan credit because you guys are always willing to give Gator a heart attack by luring us
my
away
God.
from.
Every week, it's like another clanmate is switched over to guarding him. I'm like, what is going on?
We tried with Gator the other night. I said, "Hey, you want that all clan raid? All you got to do is switch over."
Hell no, I'm not doing it.
And he was like, "Whoa. Why don't you all join GDC for once?"
That's what I said. I said, when are you guys going to jump over and join the GDC clan, and we'll get it done.
I think the reality of this is, in the talks, the legal department is really in discussions about TGH buying out GDC.
Oh no. Well, your lawyer's almost bankrupted us, so we're just hanging on right now. I mean, I'm not supposed to say that publicly, but yeah, we've got like threads just holding everything together. It's not going to take much to break it up. But
oh man,
I jest, but it's been really fun, and now the Two Titans and a Hunter and the Potato Thumbs podcast is now part of our alliance.
Yes.
With 100.io. So we have 4 different Discords that all can find games together and wait till crossplay. I'm ahead of myself. I'm sorry. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that. But,
there's a lot to talk about.
There is.
There really a lot to talk about?
There is a lot.
I really think there was a lot to talk about.
You didn't even have any of the details correct, and you're the one that's supposed to go to the club.
What? What?
Well, no, hold on. I got to ask this one signature question that I don't know if I asked. Yeah, we did ask him on the last show, but it's what do you get out of gaming, Cyn? I mean, why gaming? Why gaming as a hobby? I know we probably asked you this in the 100 episode, but I'll ask you again. What would you say ties you to video gaming and things like that?
Dude, I would say the biggest thing for me is almost an escape. I mean, it's my downtime. It's my time I can get to relax, and that's very, very few and far between, it seems. But I try to get as much of it as I can. But it's nice. I can, I do have some friends that I hang out with. Buddy that just lives up the road. He'll come over, hang out. We'll have a couple drinks.
Right.
But, it's you guys and the communities, the TGH, GDC, Two Titans and a Hunter, not just you three, but anybody in all these communities and all these Discords,
right.
You guys are the ones I get to hang out with the most. So it's nice. It's kind of like my friend hangout time.
Excellent, man. I remember you saying that last time. I apologize, but it's really amazing what gaming can do. And I had lunch today with 30 and Still Gaming, and he's a great guy. I mean, it's like when he was on our show, him and his brother, Sergeant McCluskey, it's like we just picked up right where we left off. So easy to talk with. And we were talking about how pretty soon everyone has these bots that do the games for them. Pretty soon we'll just sit back and let the bots do the gaming for us. We'll just sit back and, do whatever we have to do.
Well, I mean, pretty much those aimbot cheaters do that already.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. I have 2 other questions. I don't know what you had, Hazel, but I had 2 more questions I wanted to ask him before we moved on. What's your favorite thing about podcasting, man? I mean, when you look forward to it coming up every week, what's that one thing that just gives you that little feeling in your belly, that little excitement?
I was thinking about that and kind of laughing.
Don't go there. Don't go there. I will reword it differently if I have to.
Well, so why podcasting, right?
Yeah, why podcasting, dude? Why? Yeah.
The funny answer is man, I ask myself that same question every week. It's not like I make any money at it. I mean, it's just, 2 hours of my life I could be gaming. And then I'm like, wait, I do that anyway while I'm podcasting. So it really is nothing off my back then. No, but the real reason would be, it's one step into content creation, and doing it here where, I kind of think of it like, Gary Vaynerchuk. He always puts out there, put content, create content, and doing it
right
over and over. You be yourself, make it truthful. Podcasting is me doing content my way, being myself. It is truthful. And it's a way, from a business standpoint, it's a way to be comfortable in creating content and not worrying about, what anybody else is going to say about it or what they're going to think. You just do it. And the people who are going to listen to you and follow you are always going to be there. They're going to follow you. People who don't are not. Who cares? You're not going to make 100% of the people happy. It's just one of those things. But I don't make any money off it. It's just, it's content creation. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love of entertaining, love of creating content every week. Yeah, I get that, man.
Yeah, completely. That's awesome. Well, I did have a question as well.
Go for it.
Yeah. So, sir, what are you watching these days?
What have I watched recently? So the wife and I used to watch The Walking Dead quite religiously. We started, not in season 1 when it first came out, but like 5 or 6 seasons in, we binge watched the first 6 seasons, and then we started watching it season after season. Well, about a year or so ago, we kind of fell off that. Recently, we just started catching up on season 10, which I think season 11 is coming out this year. It is going to be the last season. So we've been catching up on that, nights where the kids are asleep and we can watch it, or where they're preoccupied. Maybe they got a little bit of device time. We can squeeze on a show. Let's see. Did watch The Black Widow, not a TV series, but a movie. Enjoyed that.
Do you like that movie?
It was pretty good.
I thought it was really good.
I like how they make fun of her poses when she falls. One of the best parts. And then let's see, what else? The daughter and I used to watch this Guillermo del Toro series on Netflix. There's 3 of them. The Troll Hunter series. Really good series. Very, very, they're short episodes. There's only like a season or maybe 3 seasons max, I think, on one of them. And then they just had a Troll Hunters movie that was released about a week or so ago, and recently watched that. That's been a good series, and that was a good movie. Really good art style, really good storyline.
Nice.
I went to see Joe Bell last night, and was that? It's a story about a guy who his son was gay, and he was getting bullied at school, and to the point of really bad, getting beat up in the locker room and stuff. And he went to his dad for help, and his dad was so stubborn and so worried about what people thought about his son being gay that he didn't do anything about it, or did very little about it. And he ended up hanging himself the next day.
Oh, no.
So it was a really sad story, and but it's a true story. It's actually happened. In I believe in Oregon. Oregon was a state. LaGrange, somewhere like there. But what I was going to get to was I saw the trailer for the Eternals. Man, that looks really good coming up. And I'm not even caught up with the Eternals. I don't know much about them, but all I do know is it looked really, really good. Real good production value. And then you've got the other one with the 5 rings, the story of the 5 rings.
Shang Tsung and
Shang-Chi.
I mean,
that's gonna be good. I haven't seen Snake Eyes yet. I'm trying to coax my wife to go see it, but I think we're gonna go see Stillwater this Sunday with my parents. So no Marvel movies this week. But
what the hell movies are these? I've never heard of these movies.
It's Matt Damon, man. I mean, come on.
What the fuck?
Where you been? I mean, it's been on the TV.
Where are these movies even coming out at? I mean,
I don't know what to tell you, man. This is a major movie, so
it's a major movie. Major, yeah.
I mean, it's a,
and only Gatr has heard about it.
Exactly.
I use my Stubs passes. I mean, we get 3 free movies a week, so we can watch a ton of movies. But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you next week if it's any good or not. But
It depends on, and I'll be surprised if you come back and go like, guys, it sucked. And I'm going to be like, wow, really?
really, what a surprise!
Yeah, wow, huh? Wow. And I've heard so much about it.
I was interrupting. Anything else you've been watching, Cyn? Sorry.
Oh, no worries. You guys are good to go over yours. I think that's for me. That's pretty much it. I'm just trying to think of anything else in the meantime. And TikTok doesn't count, and I do a lot of that when I'm trying to fall asleep at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning.
I hear
That's
you, man.
awesome.
I hear you. Did you have another question, Hazel?
I was going to ask you yours. Like, what have you been watching lately?
I tell you what, man, there's so many great movies coming up. We are going to, like I said, we're seeing Stillwater this weekend. It's going to be a good movie. It's about all right, I'll tell you the premise. It's, Matt Damon plays a dad who his daughter goes abroad, meets a girl and gets into trouble, and they put her in jail and throw away the key, which I guess is the way some of the countries out there run. They're not America.
Is this Taken?
No, it's not Taken.
Does he say like,
no,
I'm a man with special talents? And
I will find you and I will kill you. No, nothing like that. And no, he's not in the movie either. But I don't know.
Matt Damon's not in the movie either?
No, Matt Damon is, but the usual gentleman.
Go ahead.
Don't make me swim like this. I will look it up. The usual suspects in those movies is not in this movie. Yeah.
Liam Neeson?
I'm trying to keep up with chat here. It's driving me nuts. Yes, Liam Neeson is not in this one. Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Matt Damon is.
All right.
Matt Damon.
The question I had for Cyn here.
Wait.
What?
So, any other movies you've been watching?
Well, hold on a sec. Let me pull up my AMC Stubbs personal account app here, and I'll tell you exactly what I've been watching. I did watch, of course, Black Widow, which I thought was really good. It was a really good origin story, and now that she's suing Disney, and there's not going to be any more for her, but that's okay. Yeah, I saw Joe Bell. I saw Roadrunner. It was a film about
What?
Yeah, Roadrunner.
Did it go beep beep?
No, this was Anthony Bourdain. It's his story before he died. It was more of a documentary. It was very good, though. It was very good. I saw M. Night Shyamalan's new movie, Old. I thought it was okay. It's not his best work, but it was entertaining enough. The ending was okay. I'll leave it at that. I'll let you decide. But I saw one called Pig.
Yes. How was that? I'm actually curious.
No, it was very surprising because usually my wife. This was my wife's pick, if you can't tell. But
I know why you liked it, but
well, it was about a truffle farmer who gets his pig stolen, and you're like, okay, this sounds like a sleeper. I'll get some good nap time in. But
it's Nicolas Cage.
I'm telling you though, Nicolas Cage. This had to have been one of his best roles. I mean, he played a very serious role, and he played this pig farmer who was just checked out on life. I don't want to spoil the movie, but he was a very important person and went into pig farming. Go figure. The story is a lot deeper than what you see in the just seeing Pig, a movie called Pig. So yeah.
I've heard it's really good actually. So
yeah, it's definitely one to see, and it's surprising. It's one of those. What do they call them? It's a small independent film. You can tell it's probably a $4 or $5 million budget for this movie because they didn't film too many different areas. And Joe Bell's the same way. It's you can tell it's a low budget movie, but it was very good though. Both those movies are very good, so worth watching. What about you, man? What have you been watching?
Me, I've been watching basically a bunch of TV shows. I watched pretty much all of Titans.
Okay.
Seasons 1 and 2, which is the oddest show that I think there's ever been. Just because I still can't get used to like DC characters cussing, and I mean, was hearing Robin say "fuck Batman." It's just like very odd to me. It's
Oh my God.
throughout the whole first season, I was just like, I don't know what this is trying to be. But it looks like it really definitely hits its stride in the second season.
Uh-huh.
So if anybody does watch it, I would say, give it a shot. But
Titans on what's Titans on? What platform?
HBO Max.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And then I binge watched a whole show today at work.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, guys? He binge watched a whole show at work.
Because I can just listen to it. I don't need to pay attention to it too much. So, but yeah,
nice.
it was called Bonding.
Okay.
And it's about this, it's on Netflix, and it's this woman, and she's a dominatrix, and it's about her and her relationship with her best friend, who's a gay guy.
Okay.
And it was the most heartfelt thing that I think I've seen, and I don't know when.
Really?
So yeah, it was very good, very funny. Don't watch it if you have sense of if you're sensitive to things that are of an adult nature.
Right.
So yeah, definitely a fun time.
Very cool, man. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Movies That Made Us season 2 is on Netflix right now.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that? It talks about Back to the Future, Pretty Woman, Jurassic Park, and Forrest Gump. And it was very good. I thought it was very good anyway.
Oh, I also watched He-Man, by the way.
I got it in my list, but I just haven't been able to press that play button. I don't know.
It's worth a watch. It is.
Okay. No.
I mean, I understand why the first season got some hate, but I mean, it was good. I liked it.
Okay. I'll take your word for
yeah.
it.
Mohafo just recommended Doom Patrol, which is fantastic.
Oh, that was a fantastic show. That's on HBO Max as well.
Yep. And there's even ties to that in Titans too.
I didn't watch a lot of He-Man, Kingsley. I was really not into He-Man and Castle Grayskull and all that stuff. I wasn't into that. I guess it was about the same time I was a kid, but
it was in the 80s.
I was in middle and high school in the 80s, so yeah, it was.
You were probably out of that.
I was out of that phase. Yeah, I was kind of out of that phase. You guys are 10 years behind me usually, so most of the people I know here, so you guys, I got a little bit of head start on you guys. So, but the one thing I wanted to ask Cyn before we move on is the Guardian Hub.
The best hub on the net.
Another soundbite, thank you.
And that's the only question.
I'm curious, do you have a favorite moment while recording the show live or in post or whatever? Behind the scenes, maybe?
TGH After Dark.
The TGH After Dark.
There we go.
There's been nights, after recording that we've stayed in chat and kind of just chit-chatted a little bit, even not recorded, which is kind of cool. And I would say there's really any one moment. One, I got a bad memory, so for me to reference something, in particular, I remember, one night we chatted. Des, I think it was one Kingsley couldn't actually make it to. It was kind of unfortunate. I think he had some prior plans, but Des was on for a little bit afterwards. I think it was a short episode since it was just me and him.
Yeah,
and
the
then
talk, right?
Yep, yeah, the vaping and stuff.
The vaping,
that was
yeah.
That I think that was one of the ones more recently that we did. And then we talked a little bit. Now I can't remember if it was on the podcast or a little bit after. We were talking about movies and shows. I know Kingsley mentioned wanting to watch Jungle Cruise with The Rock. And I don't remember if we called that on the show because I haven't listened back to the edit yet to see what was on there.
Right.
And we talked a little bit last night, a little bit afterwards as well. Kingsley and Des were in there. Des, I think, hopped off. Kingsley hung around for a few more moments while I was fictitiously grinding for the necrotic grips that I already had. So,
well, you can do a lot of mind games, a lot of mind puzzles and stuff. That'll help with your memory, Cyn. It's certainly helped me over the years. So
every day is a mind puzzle for me. You should take a look at my calendars.
I bet. Well, hey, man, it's good to hear from you, man. It's good to talk with you for a little bit here. Anything else, Hazel, before we go?
No, I think that's it.
Yes, I know Blindwell is still out, Hazel. We're talking in the chat here. I'm sorry for you audio listeners who can't see what's going on here, but
Yeah,
you know,
we're questioning Gator's memory.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to throw that out there. That
he remembers everything, unfortunately. Yes. Well, hey, thanks again, Cyn. Good talking with you, man. And before we go, though, I think it's time for this week at Bungie. All right, this week at Bungie, week 12 of Season of the Splicer. Hazel, what small little topic do we have this week to talk about?
Oh, I'm not gonna. I
You're not biting?
so beautifully. I so want to.
No, don't do it. No, that's okay. Let's just what's going on in the TWAB, Hazel?
That low hanging fruit is just.
I know it's so ripe. I know. Sorry. Yeah, I'm curious. What's going on in the TWAB this week?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting back to that. So, this week in the TWAB, they talk about Solstice coming to an end next week. Thank God. And sorry, Gatr, that means like 12 less bounties you'll be doing.
There's
hear that. Then they mentioned something called crossplay.
crossplay, you say?
Yes, crossplay, yes. But don't get too excited because all it is basically a bunch of hypothetical. Not really hypothetical, it's just kind of like their overall plans for it, which it's okay. It's more informational. There's no real meat to it or anything. So,
No meat to it.
No meat to it. It's basically just that you're going to be getting a new name.
Well, yeah, let's let everybody know about it. What's the process?
That's what I'm doing, man.
Okay, all right. You just said didn't act like it was much.
Well, there isn't much to it. So, all right. So there's going to be a name change for it. So your name is going to be whatever system you first log into. So if you have a different name on, your Steam account versus, your PlayStation versus Xbox, things like that. Whichever one you log into first is going to be the one that's going to be yours. So keep that in mind. So if you have GATR and you're in one and you're Exterminator on the other or whatever, which one do you like better?
Both. 2 separate accounts.
Well, fine, be that way.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so just keep that in mind. So, that way you don't lose, the other one unless you want to lose it.
Oh, and if you have those special characters like sniper rifle and brackets and all that good stuff,
yeah,
it's
eggplant emoji, eggplant emoji.
It's not going to translate. Not going to translate. Like, you better change it. You better change it.
Yeah, because what they're going to do is they're actually going. If your name is also offensive in any way, shape, or form,
I love this part.
They're going to rename you, Guardian number, and then whatever.
How generic.
Yeah. So, and you're going to be stuck with that for a couple months, by the way, until like December, probably. So, yeah, just keep all that in mind. So if you do have, a sort of obscene name, you may want to make a change.
I can't use Team Locksme?
Would
that be considered offensive?
You want to be, well, it's offensive to me. But,
all right.
And anybody who played Destiny this season.
Okay,
but,
fine.
That's just me.
All right.
All right. Then, moving on. So.
This chat is just fly as hell, man. Sorry.
I can't see it, unfortunately. I'm looking at the TWAB.
This is new to me. I like this. I like this.
I love you, chat. I'm not ignoring you.
Don't worry, Hazel. Live update from Cyn, as always. Let's keep it 100. I just became legend in the GDC server, so I moved up one rank.
Yay!
There you go. See?
I'm going to keep typing until I get the next.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna have a 1 minute bot to post every 1 minute. I need to figure this out. Somebody program this for me now.
He's gonna farm it.
I'm gonna farm this.
He's gonna make a macro.
Oh my god.
Go.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So there's a little bit more here.
Yes, I'm
So
sorry.
we got the names. Okay, now this is the part that Reddit has been freaking out about the name piece because they're like, I don't want to lose my name. So that's the only thing that they've been freaking out about. But me, I'm freaking out because they don't mention your friends list at all in here. So, but what they say is that you're basically going to have to, they kind of allude to it that, like, so for myself, I have friends on all three systems. And we're going to have to, seemingly, unless they clarify this more, you're going to have to re-add any friends that you don't pick from that first system. That's my hunch about it all.
You were questioned about this, and I was like, it seems simple, but yeah, you're right.
Why does it seem simple, sir? I as someone who read it, please enlighten me.
Well, you get your Bungie name, and then they said that your Bungie name would cross over to other platforms. So once everyone knows your Bungie name, it should be I'm on Xbox, I'm on PS5, and I'm on PC. I'm not on Stadia anymore. Sorry, Red Solo Cup.
Okay, because he's going to be on console.
Yeah, he'll be considered console. Yeah. So what you're asking is how are people going to be able to find you if you're on a different console? Or are you going to have to create a whole new? Are you going to have to create a whole new playing
name?
Yeah, but are you going to have a whole new friends list you're going to have to create? Or I thought they said that was all migrating over.
Well, from that, I'm imagining it's going to be from that one system that you.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So if you log in with PlayStation, all those friends are going to carry over. If you don't log in on Xbox, or you log in on Xbox, those friends are going to carry over, and then you're going to have to re-add everybody else. That's my thought. That's my hope, anyway.
Well, we have Discord too, so until we figure it out, we'll be able to group up in here too.
I think it'll be a lot easier than you think. They're going to have the friends tab all in the roster section of the screen you see now.
Mm-hmm.
They actually put a screenshot in there. So right now, the only little button you have to the far left is your privacy settings for your fire team. Right. They're going to add a couple more tabs. That's where all your invites are going to be, your friends invites. I think they're going to put like clan invites and something else in there. So they're going to kind of enhance that section of the menu. But from my understanding, it sounds like it's pretty easy. It should be an in-game feature, like when you first log in, to like import all your Bungie friends based on the one system, and then you can go back and then invite the other ones. So I would always choose the one where you have the most friends on first, and make your process a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Exactly. And your clan list is going to carry over. So that's one thing that you can rest your head easy about. You don't have to add anybody new there. Everybody's going to be coming in with you there. So no word on alliances. I did message DMG and Reddit just to see if he would reply about that. And we're all still waiting. So
he's visiting his family this weekend. Leave him alone.
Well, I did this Thursday. So.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe he was just looking forward to going. He had a TWAB to write, too.
It's fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
So, so here's hoping alliances are, still a thing or that they do become a thing. And then we can go from there.
Very cool. I like this.
All right. Then the other thing that we already kind of alluded to is where are people going to be playing? So, a lot of people were kind of freaking out about PC players and where they're going to play because PC is some, leprous thing and, just this horrible place and whatever and everything else, whatever. But, but PC is going to be by themselves for PvP unless somebody on console invites them, and then in which case, then what they're going to do is they're going to add that console player to the PC pool for the while they're playing.
And don't freak out, console players. I play controller on PC in Crucible, and I play just as well on PC as I do on console. There's not really any difference between PC and console if you're using a controller. Now, obviously, M&K users are going to have that advantage up close and being able to spin around and see you faster. It's obviously going to be an advantage there. That's probably why they're separating it here, but this is people fretting about nothing. This really isn't that big a deal. That being
it's a lot of people are like making an issue out of this because they think that PC players are just it's gonna be like one big pool.
Right.
And if you even took a look at the TWAB at this section, you'd know good and damn well what the hell's going on. Right. And they address it right there.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah. So I mean, all of everyone's fear is not really worth it, and just put it back in your pants and you'll be all right.
Yeah. It's just as fun on PC. It just depends. You know, if my PC friends are on and they want to play a raid or something, I'll jump on PC or go do Iron Band or whatever. It's really not that bad. I'm just going to block. I'm just going to block RNG Gatr because I know he plays on PC. I'll just block his ass, and then he can never be in my fire team.
Oh, I can feel the love.
Kisses.
I'm sure he's already blocked you. So
he probably has.
Yeah. So I did hear though that some rumblings about Stadia players aren't happy about being grouped in with console players.
I like that.
You mean all 5 of them?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I think there's like a little bit more than that. There's
you
at least
guys
enough for
come
like
on
12 trials players maybe.
Red Solo Cup has done just fine in playing Stadia, and I wish I would have joined them, but their model is all wrong. Stadia is just a mess right now, and I don't know where it's going. But
honestly, that's an advantage for them, especially if they are able to play M&K. It's only an advantage for them to be matched against console
Stadia,
players.
you get your own controller. I have a feeling Stadia's controller. I don't know if they.
Fuck, are you even talking about what?
Stadia,
what does that have to do with anything?
You said mouse and keyboard. Stadia,
can't they? Because you can play on the computer with Stadia still, right?
You're probably right, but and you got to worry about latency too. I mean, that's definitely
that would be the biggest downfall.
That would be something to think about, but
yeah, because apparently, like, it's lossless. I guess Stadia is, from what I read and everything. I mean, I was sort of like surprised by all this. I was like, damn, Stadia is kind of
okay.
Where it's at.
Kingsley says I do both. Okay. I got the Pro controller they gave me. It was free as part of my YouTube TV stuff. They gave it. I got all that stuff for free. Well, I had to pay $10 a month for several months until I finally says this is a waste. I can't. I'm not going to be playing on this. So I finally canceled it. But I still got the. They give you the Google. Was it the thing you plug in your TV? I use a Fire Stick. I'm not really a big Google guy, but they give you the basically the smart stick for your TV because you have to use that with Stadia. I got that free, so I got one of those for a TV if I need it, and I got a nice controller, but it only works on Stadia. But it looks very reminiscent of a PS4 controller, very similar. So
cool.
Yeah, how'd we get on that topic? Sorry,
I don't know. I dozed off.
Okay, figured.
Rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So aside from that, the just like Cyn mentioned that the Friends thing is going to be part of that. And I did see actually in here that it is the system that you log into first. That's the platform that your friends are going to be in. And that's the one that you can issue the friend requests. So you're going to have to request your friends again.
Oh.
Even though they're friends already. So.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they're going to hold our hand through the process because they sure as heck don't want anyone up in an uproar, you know. They want exactly what Mo said. They want to keep
the wealth of stories. So
they want to keep it the friend game. That makes perfect sense. So
okay, yeah. So anyway, they do have some notes here about reporting people, things like that, fire team privacy, all that good stuff. That's still there. Again, PC players will match with PC players. Console players will be playing with Stadia. I even saw some confusion about, like, people were thinking that next gen Xbox and PlayStation players were going to be separated out. And that's just not going to happen because it's not separated right now. No. So yeah, if you're feeling that way, forget it. Rest easy. Everybody's going to, on console, no matter PS4 is going to play against Series X. Y'all are in one big hopper. You're
Yeah.
It's one big love fest here.
It's going to be great, man. It's going to be great, especially Crucible. Crucible numbers have been kind of low lately, and it's going to be nice to have a nice fresh pool to work with.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing is that PvE, that's one thing we didn't mention, is going to be global. So it doesn't matter. You're going to be playing people on PC.
All right. So I'll unblock Gatr then. He'll probably want to raid.
Well, coincidentally enough, I am talking with him, and he said he's already blocked you.
I figured. That's fine.
So I don't know how.
That's what he'd say.
He did that.
That's what he'd say.
So, all right.
Hey,
so
yeah. Hope all is well, Gatr.
Yes. Okay, so there is no firm launch date for crossplay yet. Just so everyone knows, it's expected for early season 15. Then voice chat is not going to be with this right away. It will be soon after launch. So until then, it's going to be Discord, probably something along those lines.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to talk about that since we have one of our fellow Discord communities with us tonight. How are you guys going to, let's just say crossplay doesn't come till 2 or 3 weeks after season 15. Are you guys just going to do like you always have, Cyn, or are you guys going to try to encourage people to hop in the Discord chat parties, the voice line, the voice channels? Or have you, I'm sure you and Cyn have talked about this, and Des.
You and Cyn.
I am Cyn.
He is Cyn.
Is this
you, Kingsley, and Des? Sorry, your other Cyn.
Yeah. Let's click that, Chloe.
God damn it! I'm looking at 5 screens right now. My eyes are just like my ADD is just kicking in. I can't concentrate on one thing at once. I'm sorry. Yeah, I meant Kingsley and Des. I'm sure you guys have talked about this. Yeah, the other Cyn, exactly. Yeah. What do you guys have planned here? I mean, I don't know. They haven't really. Have they really talked about? They acted like the game chat was going to be a while before they get that fully enacted, and even when crossplay comes. And I don't know about you, but the game chat sucks, man. It's really bad.
Yeah, in-game chat has been a couple times that I've used it. Most recent history, it's not very often. It is garbage. I think if the platforms just went with Discord, it would make everybody happy. But I think Discord would ultimately be the best method, regardless if you have it integrated in your console or not, or on the PC or not. You can download the app on your phone. You can use your earbuds that you get with your Apple or Android device, or buy wireless buds. Make sure it's charged and just go to town on your phone. Pause.
Yeah. Well, I just since we had you on tonight, I figured it would be a good time to ask what you guys are planning on. I mean, we have 3-4 different gaming channels alone in our Discord. I mean, we are sharing all kinds of other Discords. We're all in these other Discords as well. I mean, I've jumped into PC raids with Discord, and it works great. The audio quality is fantastic. It's real easy to join. Really, any issues at all? Like you said, as long as you have a good set of earbuds and a headset mic, that's pretty much all you need.
Yeah, for sure. And I think
I mean, I know they said it wasn't coming. They were still working on the full
soon
game
after
chat.
Launch.
But even
even
if it comes out, game chat sucks. So we're gonna have to come up with something different.
Maybe not, man. Maybe they know that game chat sucks and they're gonna try working on it.
I don't know, man. That's a major upgrade. You can ask Kingsley. That he's there. He's one of our tech guys. That's not a small feat to make
the other Cyn.
The other Cyn. The other Cyn. It takes a lot of infrastructure to create better sound like Discord in a video game.
Well, maybe
maybe they'll make it better. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So, and then name changes, like I mentioned before, will be done in winter. Then text chat display on consoles will be in winter as well.
Right. For the PC players out there who like to chat. Yep.
And then next after that is going to be text input using USB keyboards on console. And that's pretty much everything. So basically, a lot of stuff will be coming in winter.
Winter's coming.
Winter's coming.
Yes,
Get to it.
exactly.
Get to it. Nice. Well, there was some other news too, I think, wasn't there?
Yeah, Iron Banner is coming back for those masochists that still play PvP.
I don't know what it is, man. There's nothing left to earn in Iron Banner, but I so look forward to it because a lot of my friends like to jump on and get into a nice fire team, and I have some of the best times playing Iron Banner. I can't explain why, because it's painful and, like maybe you said, a little masochistic. I don't know why, but it's just so much fun being a seasonal or like a once a month event. I don't know. So it's coming,
bro.
One more time. It's coming one more time.
Yeah, Iron Banner is coming next week. Yes. Was that it?
I'm done.
Oh, okay. All right.
The end.
He finished. Okay. So, aside from that, Bungie update from charity, $822,000
Nice.
was given for that.
Very cool.
So, and then aside from that, shit's broken. It's broken. Shit got fixed. And
Well, I got a question.
yeah, that's about it.
What they said that they're emailing the codes out. Has anybody gotten the codes yet for your donations? So I've been looking. I haven't had anything yet.
I have not, because I'm still emailing Bungie customer service to get the codes. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I'm trying to see here. Yeah, donations should have been made between then and then. And
sorry, TWAB's not really our thing. I mean, we try to cover the major points here, right?
in case you didn't notice by me saying shit's broken.
Shit's broken. Art, videos,
Movies, arts, and words. So yeah, aside from that, that's pretty much everything.
All right. Sorry, Hazel. I was giving you a hard time tonight. All right, man.
Nice try.
Yeah, I tried. Anyway, okay. Well, hey, it's my favorite time of the night. It is time for some Discord questions. We're going to get to that right after this.
Hey Guardians, would you like to send us a question for the show? Well, there's 4 ways to do it.
Number 1, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, by the way, and you can just lurk or hang out or jump right in and talk with us. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also tweet out almost every week about our upcoming show, guest, and you can respond there with your questions at guardian_d_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast. Remember, that's all one word. And we'll play it on the show for you guys.
Speakpipe is honestly my favorite thing. But anyway, thank you for all you guys do, and toddles.
And later, Guardian. All right, boys and girls, it's that time of the week. This is where we get our questions from our community, and we have 2 Speakpipe questions, and they're both from our great uncle from across the pond. All right, here is the first one from Uncle Scumdeath. I'm going to play it right now.
Hello, Scumdeath here. Many years ago, in my old band, a band called Skiztone, we got offered to play a gig in Spain, and we was there for about a week, and it was all sort of paid for by this music community in Plymouth. So we got to tour an area around in Spain, and one day they took us up into these mountains, and they made a paella, proper paella in this massive cauldron. So we're eating that up in the mountains, and it was absolutely fucking beautiful, it was. So my question for the show is, what's the best food you've had abroad? Love the show, guys. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Uncle Scumdeath. The most awesome meal or food we had while abroad. Sin, you got an answer for this?
Hawaii doesn't really count for abroad for any reason.
It can. You're off.
Not really.
You're out of the States.
It's still technically U.S.
Mm-hmm.
But that was 10 years ago. I've never really traveled abroad. Let's put you that way.
Okay.
So I don't have a good answer for you.
Yeah, I got to go with the same answer.
Oh, you guys.
Where's your sense of adventure?
I still can taste this food item, and it was in the UK. I was at, I believe it was Leeds Castle, and they had a little cafe built into it for all the good tourists like me showing up. And they had the best chocolate tart. I love sweets as it is, but my wife had to restrain me from going up and getting another one. I'm like, she goes, nope, that's it. I was like, oh my God, it's so good. Just let me have another taste. I want another taste. Please, sir. It was really, really good. So that's my answer. And anybody who says the food in the UK is terrible, I love the food there. It may be that I'm 60% British as far as my lineage, so maybe that's why, but I love potatoes and mash and these pies they have with all the meat in them, meat pies and stuff. Oh, it's just awesome. There's one thing I've noticed when I was in London is there's not junk food everywhere like there is in America. You can find it if you look for it, but there's a lot of good food there. A lot of good places to eat too. So, okay, I have one for Sin here from Mr. Uncle Scumdeath.
Hey, dudes. Question for Sin. What is the worst sin you have committed? Love ya. Bye. Oh, yeah, Scumdeath here, by the way. Hey.
Yes, we know it's you, Scumdeath. Sin, what is the worst sin you have committed recently?
Maybe I listened to the wrong one. I was listening to one at the same time. I clicked the wrong one somehow. So what is the worst sin I have committed?
Committed, yes. I guess he said recently, so I don't know. White lies count?
Oh.
I mean...
Man.
Yes. Yes, Mo. London is very expensive, especially when the dollar was worth half of what a British sterling pound was.
I'm going to have to go with Kingsley's answer on this. The worst sin was coming on the show. Man, I don't even know.
It's an out there question. I get that. I think he was imbibing a little bit when he sent that one in. He tends to do that. No, we love you, Uncle Scumdeath. We're just kidding.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's definitely a thinker for sure.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Maybe circle back to it later if something comes to mind.
Being too magical.
Too magical.
That is definitely could be a problem. Yeah.
Maybe being clocked in for one job but doing work for another one at the same time because I don't have enough work on the one. Does that count?
Well, wait a minute. Maybe watching a movie while you're at work. Maybe that could be a pretty
even if you're just actively listening.
Yeah, that's pretty big. It's up there.
It's not a sin.
I don't know.
Nobody's going to hell for that.
You're getting paid.
Maybe you pulled a sin.
I like it.
I like you, but I don't like you that well.
Oh, shit. Oh my God. All right, Hazel, let's start grabbing some, man. We got a lot.
Wait, we still have one more Speakpipe.
Nope, it was only two.
There's a third.
Noob. No, oh, yes. Hold.
Having flashbacks of Braveheart. One eternity later.
All right, here we go. See? When you join the live chat, you see how we really run things. It's not very professional.
This is the behind the scenes.
I believe Gatr said this is how the fudge is packed. I think that's the
something like that. This is this is Guardian Downcast After Dark. All right, here we go. A third question from Mr. Scumdeath, and this was a good one. I like this one, so I want to see what you guys think. I'm going to play it right now.
Hey dudes, Scumdeath here. Right, on Destiny, I managed to get on my PlayStation recently, and I played Destiny for a good couple of hours, and I managed to get up to 1275 light level. So I want to get up to 1300 so I can raid with you guys. So what would be the quickest way for me to level up? Thank you very much. Love ya.
All right, you heard him. He's 1275. He's trying to get to 1300. We got a lot of pros in here on how to level up. So, chat, help us out too. Throw in some suggestions. He's at 1275 and he wants to get to 1300 so he can raid with us. So, what do you suggest?
Mohafo's recommendation, the quickest way, Scum Death. Mohafo will be happy to take your account and run it for you.
Yeah, there you go.
But definitely do all your weeklies, your powerfuls, and your pinnacles. And really, if you complete the story just organically by doing, the powerfuls, pinnacles of the story, you should be able to get to 1300 easy. It shouldn't take you much time at all. Just stay focused on it for a few hours and knock it out and run them. It really shouldn't take you that long at all, honestly.
Yeah, mine are in the chat saying pinnacle first, then the powerful. Everyone has their way of doing it. I told him to run pinnacles after the powerfuls.
Yeah, that's what I always recommend too, just because you can get something for the powerfuls, and then you can do your pinnacles after that. Because that way you get a little bit bigger of a bump.
You're going to get a +2, +3 step on pinnacles versus a +1 step on powerfuls, I believe, if that hasn't changed. But yeah, well, it's funny you should say that because Ronan Red Lion gave me a Reddit post, and I wanted to share it here before we move on to the next question. It is optimized bounties. So if you go to our Reddit, Destiny the game, and look for Deer Trivia, you're looking for Deer Trivia, Elixni Pois. I guess he's French. Anyway, he does every day. He does an optimized bounty listing. He'll tell you exactly what to grab, exactly where to go, and he'll tell you what to grab. And then step 3, follow the steps. He'll tell you what to do, where to go, what to play next in order. He actually tells you the amount of time it takes. He tells you how many bounties you get cleared. And let's face it, the more bounties you do, Uncle Scumdeath, the more you're getting that, you're getting your artifact rank up. That's going to give you a +1 light too. So I think
that's artificial and it's not going to matter.
That's true.
Once it resets at the end of the season, you're going to be back to being 1275, no matter if you were +80 on your artifact.
That is true, but remember, you're probably going to get a lot higher drops. The soft cap will go up the next season, so it's going to be a lot faster to get to 1300 naturally. But just wanted to mention that. Ronan Red Lion put that. He actually sent me the link. He DM'd it to me. And since I love to do bounties. And
Mohafo actually just shared a link too as well. About the power calculator.
There you go. There you go.
Fantastic. We'll go ahead and steal that, or if he wants to, he can go ahead and throw that in the Destiny chat and tag good old Uncle Scumdeath.
There you go. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Steal anybody's thunder there.
Any other suggestions before we move on?
I think it's just play the game. That's the other thing.
You're thinking the same thing. Just play it.
Well,
whatever you like doing. Or you could just say piss on it and just wait for next season, and then you'll have mass people to play with, and then just go from there.
And you have my 2 cents here is your season pass. As you start ranking it up, opening it up, you're going to have some legendary engrams. Don't grab those. I know you don't have the armor to choose from, but you can. Those engrams raise up with your light level, so keep that in mind if you need something to equalize. You get halfway lucky at least. But
also what you can do is at this point, you can wait until next season.
Mm-hmm.
You may not want to grab them this season. Just wait till next season and then finish the main story, and then grab this season's engrams next season. That way they'll be higher. I still have engrams and stuff like that from last season that I haven't collected yet because I just now hit 1320.
Yes, first season I've actually been max light. It's a nice feeling. And just a couple people in chat here have chimed in. Mohafo says, if he has limited time to play, definitely do the pinnacles. Get those in. That's your 3 bounty. Your 3 strikes, your 3 gambit games, and your 3 crucible matches. Those minimally will give you 3 pinnacles right there. And if you play Iron Banner next week, you have 4 pinnacles.
But the other thing too you can do is on the Beyond Light. If you go to Europa, that mission will get you an easy pinnacle. That mission on the far left, I don't even know what the hell it's called. It's like the Braytech thing.
The
There's
EXO.
the
Yeah,
Exo,
the Exo
challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more pinnacle sources now than there was in seasons past. It seems like there's more every season. So just look at those gold dots on the map.
Yeah, also the prime engrams too.
Oh, of course, those drop naturally too the more you play. Miner also said turn all your bounties in once, all at one time, while wearing a max XP ghost and having a full fire team.
And a full fire team, yep.
Yeah, land at like the tower with them and turn them in, and then you guys can go your separate ways. But that's what Larry does. Larry's very good at that. He'll jump in with one of the clanmates and land in somewhere neutral and turn them all in, and it gives them such a boost in XP.
Damn, you're making me think like I know what we're talking about. Look at this.
I know.
Wow.
For a man who doesn't abhors bounties,
Larry did mention that to me when I was doing the seasonal challenges, those triumphs that you got to do, and you got to get 75 of them to get your large XP,
right?
Or your large bright dust. When the ones that award XP, he mentioned just make sure you do them when you are in a fire team because it does give you that little bit of a boost.
Don't discount the artifact. I am 1346 right now with my artifact, so I have 26 light from the artifact.
My God, man, don't listen to him and the artifact.
Do the artifact. Do the artifact.
It's not worth it.
Okay. I've said my piece. Anything else? That's it? Last call.
Yes, I believe that was all of the Speakpipe, Skater.
All right. No, I meant as far as advice. I'm listening to our chat here. I think we covered it all. Yeah, just play the game, basically, and grab bounties when you can and do those pinnacles. If you have, if you only have so much time, run those 3, 3, and 3, and even the Vex challenge on Europa. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to grab the first one here because Mrs. Hazelnut just put it in. It's fresh, hot off the grill. Question for the show. Is there any song you used to like but hasn't stood the test of time? I tried to listen to Neon by John Mayer tonight, and it was crap. What was I thinking? Send
I'll be honest. It said it was shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Gatr had to edit himself, unlike everything else that he said tonight.
I know. I was just being nice. All right, anyway.
Being nice?
She's a lady. I was just,
She's not allowed to say shit?
I guess not. I don't know. My wife says it plenty of times. That's for damn sure. Okay, so what do you think, Cyn? Any song you used to like that hasn't
stood the test of time? I remember back when I was a young tot, like grade school. This was when Alanis Morissette first came out, and her first album with One Hand in My Pocket. There's a couple others on that album as well that were popular at the time.
Jagged Little Pill.
Yep. Those songs definitely have not stood the test of time for me.
Yeah. Tell me that.
Sorry. They were good songs at the time, and I don't mind listening to them every now and again. But it's not something that I would definitely go out of my way to find to listen to as I'm trying to YouTube them right now.
Yeah, I'm not YouTubing at all. Hazel, you got an answer?
Well, funny story while I'm researching this myself, actually, is that we were my wife was looking through old songs, and she's like, "Oh, look, it's John Mayer. I used to like him." So she was playing the song, and she looks at me, and she has look on her face that looks just traumatized, and she's just like, "What the hell was I thinking?"
Right.
So, yeah.
That was kind of ironic, don't you think?
It's a good one.
That's why you're here, son. We love you. Gatr didn't get that one, but
I got it.
My
God. Jeez. I know I try to play dense on the show, but come on. All right, go ahead, Hazel. You got something?
I don't know.
There's a tons of 80s songs that I used to listen to all the time when I was younger. And they're Fluffy doesn't like the 80s for the most part. There's some 80s songs that I just do not want to hear anymore. Anything by Quarter Flash, I don't know if you guys remember the group Quarter Flash.
No.
Hasn't really held up. I actually have a lot of bands that I do like, but Quarter Flash was, it was pretty bad. And I mean, there's some songs I'm looking at on most overplayed songs from the 80s, and a lot of these songs are still really good to me. So, but Quarter Flash definitely stands out. I don't want to hear any Quarter Flash, and there's a bunch of others, but that's definitely one for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's like songs that I just didn't like before, like when they first came out, and that. But I don't know. I'm going to hold out that most of my music that I liked will stand the test of time.
Most of my music does. I mean, I don't know. I'm very nostalgic when it comes to music, so it's hard for me to answer that question. But there's some songs that just got so blown up and overplayed on radio back in the 80s that I just don't want to hear them anymore. They not held up.
Yeah.
So
I posted another one. Collective Soul was another one I listened to back in grade school.
No.
Like this one in particular, Shine. It's a good song. Don't get me wrong. It's a good song. It's good for the timing, but not something that I'm going to go out of my way to listen to.
It was played.
I don't think it stood the test of time for that particular one.
See, I put Georgia Girl in there. It's on our playlist, and Georgia Girl is one of those I think it held up well.
Now you throw some STP up in there, like I
last
think.
week?
Yeah, right. Like some Stone Temple. Did you put Stone Temple?
Yeah, I put Plush in. I put the live Plush song in from STP.
I didn't listen to that one
because we had the Spinfoil Theory podcast. STP, get it? So I said I gotta give him a song from STP.
Nice. Like their STP, that one's kind of newer.
Interstate Love Song's the one everybody knows, but
that was the original. Now I think that's kind of stood up a little bit for me a little bit over time. I think that one's kind of held up. I can like that one a little better.
But grunge still holds up. The grunge period still holds up for me. I still like grunge music.
I don't know where you're going with this, but
I don't know either.
To me, those songs do stand the test of time. I mean, they just sound amazing to me even today.
I think they do.
I mean, Mohafo even recommended Rebecca Black's Friday, but you know, I mean.
Did you know, fun fact, not to go on a tangent, but she actually did a grown-up version of that song. Did you know that?
No.
Rebecca Black. It's called
Hold. Okay.
Saturday. Huh?
Yep, I'm posting it in the Discord for you.
All right.
Sweet.
It's it's still not good, but you can listen to it after the show. I'll at least post it there for you on that one.
Cool.
I can't wait. All
right, Hazel. Let's start getting some questions done here. What's grabbing another one?
Right. I don't know. The one song "Slam" by Onyx comes to my mind, but
Onyx?
I still think that that's just a fantastic song.
I mean, there's a reason they were so popular back in the day. They were well done.
From that one song, yeah. All right. Podcast questions. There we are. All right. Question for the show. At Sin from Teox, Mistress of Drapes. How are you going to cook that chicken?
First, I'm going to take it out of the pack. Very slowly, I'm going to take it out of the pack. Then I'm going to take it, slather some EVOO on it. Just for a nice little bit of binding agent there. Then we're going to season it up with our favorite rub. It could be whatever you want. Preference in this household would be a little bit of a lemon pepper, but I've done it with some, Slap Your Mama, or we did it with some Tony Shararigans, if we want to go Cajun. Then we stick it on the smoker and we let it smoke.
Oh man, I'm hungry.
I'm playing with my belly button. That sounds hot.
Or you can push it into pressure. You can put it in a quickie pot and get some really nice...
quickie pot?
You know what I mean. The all-in-one pot.
A quickie pot?
What the hell's that pot called? What the hell's that fucking pot called?
Quickie pot.
New from Rimco. The quickie pot.
Rimco. Quickie pot.
That's a good question, Tal.
I have a new pet name, I think, for somebody. No,
Teox, Tal, whatever. Yeah.
My fault on the Rebecca Black, by the way. I do have to make a quick live correction.
Okay.
It wasn't Saturday. Saturday was still an older song. but it was the Friday remix, and I did post the correct one in the Discord chat.
Okay.
With 303. Nice.
I have one from Oryx Miser of Swag. What's the longest you've been without power and why? We always go to you first, Cyn.
How long has it been since I've been without power?
Mm-hmm. And why were you out of power?
Like, we talking about like electric for the house? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I would say about 300 years ago, my ancestors probably did not have power then. But I would say recently, I don't think I've ever been out of power.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the question is, what's the longest you've been without power and why?
You've never
The
been
longest?
Yeah.
Maybe an hour or two.
Wow.
From what I can remember. Maybe when I was growing up, there have been longer spurts when storms hit. You'd be without power a little bit longer. But we're talking years ago. I don't really know. I would say most recently, maybe an hour.
Wow. Lucky.
Yeah, because we don't live in Florida.
It's at West Virginia. That's how we do.
All right, smart ass. How long have you been out of the power?
Well, I mean, probably when I was a kid, the longest was maybe 4 days, just because of the damn electric bill kind of thing.
Oh,
But
good one. Touche.
but aside from that, recently, maybe just a couple hours. I think 6 hours. I think was the longest.
What?
And it was because it's Ohio.
My God, you guys got it so easy.
Yeah, 'cause we don't live in
2004.
a damn swamp.
2004, we bought our brand new home, our dream home. And Hurricane Charlie decided to come right up Central Florida and tear the hell out of the whole state. And it was literally just miles from our house. And then we had Francis. And then we had Andrew. I think you all remember that one. All in one season. And Andrew, of course, missed us. I mean, it hit the southern part of Florida, but it's of course we know what happened from there. We were without power for a week, and let me tell you, things get real simple when you don't have power and you don't have the little luxuries in life. You start thinking, is my gun loaded? Okay, everything's good here. If someone comes to my house, I got to make sure I'm covered. I mean, it can get like martial law when there's no power. You take all the little simple things from people, and it can get a little chaotic. People can get to their wits' end, especially after a week. So, yeah.
You sound like you were like I was when COVID hit, and everybody's freaking out that there were going to be people were going to be raiding.
Yeah.
I went and bought 2 more boxes of ammo for the shotgun just in case.
I know, man. You got to think that, And my God, of course, it's so expensive to buy ammo now. You have to buy it in little bunches. But anyway, yeah, a whole week, man. And what was great though is my parents, God bless them, they still had power the whole time, and they were about an hour's drive away. So we just went and lived over there for a week, and we just hoped there was something left of our house when we got home. So, yeah, it was a little crazy, a little nutty. Wow. In Florida, if you don't own a generator in Florida, that's the first thing you need to buy when you move here, is buy you a really decent generator, because you're going to need to run a refrigerator and some cable TV so you can hear the news. Keep that in mind. Yeah, welcome to Florida.
I love our chat. I love our chat. Can I just say this?
Welcome to Florida. Go get a generator.
I love our chat. So I'm going to quote Kingsley Mack here. He goes, "Wait, so you didn't even have to deal with the power outage?"
Well, we did. We did for the first few days, and then my parents said, "Well, our power didn't go off," so we all flocked to them. But I mean, it crosses your mind when it gets dark at night and you have no power and it's all candles.
You guys smell that?
You know what I heard out of this?
Is that smoke?
No, I smell bullshit.
And the moral of the story is, even if you're a boomer, you can still go home to mommy and daddy.
You can. Oh, that was good. You got me. That's what's great about having family all near you, within an hour's drive. It's nice. But no, I mean, there were several days we didn't have power, to clarify, and we were kind of getting panicky.
You did have to experience them, though. So.
Well, we had experienced some of it, and we had flooding and all that stuff too. We couldn't even get out of our house. So, holy crap, the chat is just blowing up.
Yeah, I wonder why.
All right, go ahead, Hazel. Let's grab another one.
Okay. So let's go with. Here we go. Golden God. Question for the show. What is your ideal family vacation?
Do I have to take them?
I think that's considered
can't.
family.
I kid. I'm not personally much of a beachgoer myself, but the kids and the wife love going to the beach, whether it's Virginia Beach or this year we went to the Outer Banks. Outer Banks actually was a nice change of pace. I had never been until this year. I don't prefer the sand. I hate the mess, especially with 3 little kids and how much sand they bring.
Mm-hmm.
Prefer the pool. But it's nice. You can have the option. If you go to the beach, the house we stayed at had a pool there, which made it nice for, quick trips to the pool. You can just walk right back in the house, do lunch, and then go back out. And then if they wanted to go out in the sand, we could just, walk a little bit or just drive up to the place where we could just walk right onto the beach for a little bit and let them play. So I don't know. The ideal for me, and it's been a while since I've been to Hawaii, about 10 years now, I would not mind going back there as a family. That experience was awesome.
We always made sure to take a vacation, even when our kids were really young, because my wife was a teacher and she needed that time to just check out and get away from life for a while. We've been several mountains all over the United States. But my ideal vacation, everyone thinks it's the beach. I got the beach like an hour away, and I work outside in the hot sun. It's like, I don't know, we're like 5 miles from the sun in Florida. It's so freaking hot down here. It just melts you. So I would say ideally, I would want to go further north because that's the summers when we have time to vacation. Jesus, chat. I would say I would like to go back to the UK. I'm looking forward to going back to the UK. We did see mid and South UK last time we were there. We were only there for 10 days, so we were like always on the move. I'd like to just go and chill like in Ireland or Scotland and see how the other side of the UK lives, just sit down and just watch people walk by and see how things are going. I probably won't understand them, but because I'm American. But yeah, that would be mine. What about you, Hazel?
It's not cringeworthy. Mine would be, I'd like to take my family to, like Tokyo. Or like
that would be
Pokemon. Awesome. Like they have like a festival with like 1,000 Pikachu out there running around and stuff. And I just have a feeling my daughter would absolutely love that. And my wife and I are planning on taking that trip, hopefully next year, hopefully. So
that would be awesome. See, my kids are all grown up now, so it's like, yeah, they're like, they got their own things they're doing. So hopefully it'll just be me and my wife. Not to be selfish. All right. Let's pick another one here. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the chat and pick questions at the same time. It's not helping me. Okay. This is from Shadow Soldier. Good to hear from you, buddy. Question for the show, but wait, there's more. What's the most Billy Mays-esque deal where you actually use the product? Imagine Gatr trying the early electric weed eaters and throwing it straight into the swamp somewhere. Me dries my laughing tears with ShamWow. Good question. That's a throwback. I remember that. The guy throws the weed eater in the damn swamp. Okay. Billy Mays-esque deal. We actually use the product. What do you got, Cyn? Any throwbacks?
Not that's coming to mind.
Hazel? Everyone's so distracted.
No, I'm just trying to think about this because I really don't have too much of an answer for this. I would say probably going to the store to buy like 4 groceries and coming back with 4 groceries and a Switch.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't really partake in the,
Oh,
the other stuff there with like the infomercials and things like that.
I've been I'm a little impulsive when it comes to this stuff, but I've gotten smarter as I've gotten older. But you guys remember the Pocket Fisherman? You remember when they sold that on TV? It
Is
literally
that like a fishing rod that fits in your pocket or something?
No, it literally looks like a about the size of a. Oh, geez, I'm trying to explain it here for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. Think of a fishing pole, but in a little hand crank plastic piece that has a little eyelet on the end. It's literally 1 foot long, and it has fishing line and stuff, a regular reel inside this plastic, and you could cast it and actually catch fish with it. And I actually did get one. I actually tried it when I was younger. For small fish even, it was a bitch to pull fish in. There you go. That's it. The Popeil. See, the Popeil Pocket Fisherman. Thank you.
Ron Popeil?
Yes,
Really?
thank you, RNG. I'm
Ron
telling you,
Popeil.
it was almost a gag. It was so bad of a fishing pole. But I think my dad bought it, or I because I was too young. My dad bought it for us to try, and it was such a piece of junk. But we did use it. I mean, answering your question, we did use it. So,
Fucking Ginsu knife.
oh yeah,
I'm like trying to think of like all those infomercials I saw when I was growing up. I did think that Ginsu was like the coolest thing ever, cutting through like a steel pipe and stuff like that. I was like, wow, I want one of those, Dad. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to use it for.
oh man, yeah. But that's one product that I definitely used. Not for very long. I almost threw it in the water, if that counts. Oh man. All right, let's grab a few more here. I'm watching the clock here. I don't want to get too long, but we need to get some questions.
That's what
answered.
she said. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with our current one so we can get into our collection of them here.
Wow, there are some really good questions. I didn't even see some of these questions.
I know.
Holy hell.
There's a lot of good ones. Jeez, Helios. My God.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna.
Okay. All right. Let's go with this. Red Grackle. Question for the show. If you could rewrite history such that you could take credit for a single achievement, first climb to Everest, things like that, an idea, theory of relativity, or a work of art in any medium, which one would you choose and why?
Wow, what a question.
No shit, right?
That's a thought provoker.
Hey, Hazel, thanks for grabbing this question, by the way. Oh my God.
Honestly, while you all are thinking about that, the best one that I can think of, and because we were talking about movies earlier, if we could go back in time, I don't think I would go too far back in time, but I would go far enough back that I would be the one to create the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That is good.
There you have it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, I'll play. I would say the VCR. I would love to be the one credited for creating the VCR, because VCR revolutionized entertainment back when it first came out. And it meant that you didn't have to go to the movie theater to watch really recent good content and movies and such. So, yeah, I'll say the VCR. It's a good, solid answer.
VCR?
Yeah.
Not the DVD player, not the Blu-ray.
No, because the VCR was, see, here's what you don't understand. The VCR is what changed everything. It created portable content, which we didn't have. You know what we had before the VCR? I used to go to Kmart as a kid, and I would beg my mom to get this 8mm reel of film of a Godzilla movie. I mean, that's how far back I used to, and that was the only way before VCRs that you could watch media portably. And of course, don't forget, you had to have an 8mm player at home and a screen to put it on to even watch this. And some of these films didn't even have sound. They were silent.
I mean, to me, that just sounds cool, you know?
I mean, it's
these days.
Yeah, that's really cool, Hazel. But wait until you play 4 or 5 of these, and then you're like, okay, I really got to have some sound, and I'm getting tired of reel-to-reels burning up and messing up film and damaging film. And before VCRs, it was just really tough. VCR really changed everything. It really did. So that's my answer.
So, all right. Well, my first answer was going to be the guy who made The Room, which was a terrible movie. And then Cyn said, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So then I was like, shit. And then I was like, what other is a failed piece of technology? And I was like, the Betamax, VCR. And then fucking Gatr had to chime in with that. So then I'm like, okay, well, fine. Maybe I'll just play it serious then. So then I decided on the iPod, the old ass iPod that changed literally everything, Gatr.
That was
not just.
That's good. That's a good pick. That was for music. That was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Carrying 4,000 or actually like 500 songs.
Or carrying a double-sided cassette case holder that you put in the back seat of your car. I know, it's before a lot of people's time. Yeah. And the tapes would get hot, and then they wouldn't play half the time because they melted in the sun.
Laserdisc players. How did I forget that?
Oh, yeah, that's good too. Did we answer this one from Rye about life being tough? Did we answer that last week?
We did before.
I think so.
I don't think it was last week, but I like the question, though. We can keep it around.
All right. Well,
let's ask Cyn. How does he cope?
Yeah, Rye for short said life's tough right now. What do you do to pick yourself up? Daily or weekly or monthly or whatever time you need it?
Let's see. Nothing.
No?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's really much coping. I mean, life is definitely tough. I mean, we're fortunate to be in the time where we're kind of getting out of the pandemic with another one, it seems like, on the horizon with this Delta variant that everybody's talking about. We'll get into the ins and outs of all that because I know that's a super hot topic and could be super political. But, I mean, you just got to keep cracking, really. You just got to keep grinding every day, doing what you need to do for work, doing what you need to do to take care of family, and then having some, space to yourself, like what I do with gaming. Just game, hang with friends,
Sure.
That escapism.
Right.
That's how we do it.
Yeah. Well, we already answered it, so I'm just curious what you had to think. Is it my turn or yours, Hazel?
I believe it's yours.
This was from Truth Lives. He put a couple of them in here, but I want to pick this one. Question for the show. If Crota's End returned as a dungeon instead of a raid, how many do you think you'll be able to... how many do you think will be mad about it? I guess he's talking about Reddit.
So if Crota came back instead of a raid, it was a dungeon.
Instead of a raid, instead of a what do they call it, a historic raid or whatever, collection, legend, legendary raid or something, they would just make it a dungeon. I mean, it almost was a dungeon. It's not that long a raid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd be super upset. I mean, it's, from what I remember, and I didn't do a lot of it back in D1. Most of my time playing Destiny has been in D2. But, it wasn't a very long raid to begin with. And it's... honestly, it could be really considered a dungeon. And honestly, if it was there in its entirety, who cares what they call it?
Yeah.
Play it.
That's true. I'd be a little annoyed. I mean, I'd hope that they'd kind of, add some more to it or something, but I don't really know how they could add to it. But yeah, I mean, as long as it comes back, I'd be okay with it.
Okay.
Gatr? I think everyone would be mad, by the way, on Reddit.
I don't know. I want a new raid. I'm sorry, Bungie. I want a new raid. I played Vault of Glass a million times when I was first playing Destiny. I love the nostalgic vibes definitely hit me when we jumped in there, but I'll be honest. I'm ready for something. I'm ready for a new raid. I want a new... God, am I really saying this? I really am looking forward to a new encounter, a new raid. So, yeah. Trying to find questions and keep up a chat is a chore.
It is. But Kingsley had a good point to
every
that.
time you said that.
We are getting a new raid, but it would be nice to also bring back the old. And the valid point that the dungeon aspect for Crota would technically be a 3-player activity versus 6.
Yeah.
So I agree with Kingsley on that one.
A lot more people would play it. Yes. Yeah. I mean,
I'd still try to solo that.
I was just going to say that. I soloed the Shattered Throne after Hazel said he did it. And I was like, well, damn, I want to try this. And yes, did I pull my hair out a little bit? What little bit I had left? Yes. That damn ogre was a pain in the ass. And once I got a system down, it was a lot of fun. And I felt like I accomplished something when it was done. So
shit, right? When's the last time you felt like that?
Yeah, it was a great feeling, man. I got to admit. So.
All right. I have a question here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's a last-minute question here for Cyn.
Okay.
Who died first in the Nightfall with Hazel?
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Kingsley put that in, or are you just now remembering?
I'm not at liberty to say that,
but... yes, I died first. And this also came up during our recording last night. So, yes, I died first. But I'll use the same excuse I did then, is that it didn't happen until later on in the raid.
That is true.
Question asked, question answered. All right. What do you think, Hazel? Couple more?
Probably just like one more.
All right. Okay, well, let's pick a good one. Let's see. I'm going to go to something a little older. Yeah.
That gives me time to look at the chat.
Yeah.
Discman.
Did I have a stroke last week? There's so many pinned questions here I did not unpin. What the hell is going on? Okay. Damn. No, I got to go two more. Because Laz had a good one here, and I wanted to ask it to you guys.
You mean Heox?
Tau. Yeah, Tau. Yeah. Question for the show. If money wasn't a concern, where in the world would you travel to and why? If money was not a concern. Sky's the limit. Literally. What would you pick, son?
If I could go anywhere?
Yeah. Nope. Where would you? Anywhere you want. Because
just one place, or can I just visit them all?
Well,
because I really haven't been anywhere outside the United States.
Well, I think he's asking for one example, but what if you
family optional, by the way?
Yeah, family optional, and money is no object.
So regardless of family, just regardless of family, I wouldn't mind. There's quite a few places I wouldn't mind traveling and seeing multiple places, but I would say either maybe even Italy. I think Italy would be a nice place to start.
Yeah, that would be a lot to do there. A lot of little countries around Italy I didn't even know about until I watched the Olympics opening ceremony. There's a lot of small countries around Italy. Yeah. I'm so thick when it comes to knowing world geography, let alone I am thick.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh shit. Are you recording? Oh no, hope not. Okay. Hazel, where would you go?
Obviously, like I said before, Tokyo.
I'm going to have to say, because my wife really wants to go here, and I want to go here mainly because I'm a geek and I love the Hobbit series. I would want to go to New Zealand. I don't really like thinking about that plane ride over. But yeah, if I had the money, heck yeah, we'd do it. I'd bring as many people as I can of my family if they wanted to go. So yeah, I mean, that'd be a once in a lifetime thing for me because that's literally on the other side of the world. It's probably the farthest you'd ever have to travel. So, and we have listeners in New Zealand. Thank you, New Zealanders, for listening to us. You know who you are out there. Okay.
Gatr doesn't, but
no.
I tease. I kid.
All right. No. I gotta ask this one. This one's from Mr. Monkey, and then we'll call it a night. As season 15 is going to be a long one, and I think we all can agree. What would you like to see return to the game from the DCV, the Destiny Content Vault? For me, I'd want the Leviathan back with the raids, Tribute Hall, and Menagerie. What do you think, Sen?
Sorry, it was chat distraction.
I know they are.
Have a good night, Miner, by the way. So, what could come back now?
Season 15, I think we all agree it's going to be a long one. Mr. Monkey asked, what would you want to see them bring back from the Destiny content vault? He said that he would like to see the Leviathan raid and the Menagerie and Tribute Hall come back. What would you?
Yeah, actually, I would actually almost agree with that statement. And, to that point, when we were talking about raids just a moment ago, I was just thinking, Leviathan, the first one we had the multiple layers, the raid layers that went along with it. And it was all within a short period of time. So super nice. I'd almost kind of wish they would emulate that model for new raids, having raids plus layers going forward. Not if they did it on a consistent basis, but,
right.
Every couple raids, maybe bring that out. But I think Leviathan would be a good one, especially those late to the game, came in after the sunsetting and the vaulting of the content. It would be a good time for them to be able to experience it and, the kind of the original D2 vibes that we all got to go through. I think that's great. Menagerie was a good, multiplayer activity.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with those statements. Outside of that, not much else that I think they vaulted that would be, that we really need. I mean, really bring back all the raids, really. Just bring them all back. Because after a certain point, running the DSC or running a, Fault of Glass over and over, you kind of loses its luster. But if you have those options with those different raids available to you, if you can vault them and bring them back, that would be huge. More variety.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember two-manning Crota. And I going back to the Crota raid. But as far as Destiny Content Vault, what do you think, Hazel? Everybody's so distracted.
No, I'm not distracted.
Okay.
I'd probably have to just go with, I miss Leviathan. I don't want them to bring back Menagerie because that would piss me off more than anything.
Really?
Why?
Because I want something new. I don't want... I just don't want another rehashed, thing to come back. I mean, granted, I think that to a degree, we're still doing a Menagerie in some form or another, but give me something new.
I still have Menagerie weapons that I wish I could get back. The one I'm thinking of is the Epicurean fusion rifle. Has like almost 100 range. I would love to have some of those weapons come back so I can, now that we don't have sunsetting, I could get that one back. And I got the slow firing auto rifle from the one of the raid layers. And of course it's useless now because I can't use it anywhere. I would love to get that one back too. But I've saved a few of the Menagerie weapons. I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I've got a lot of clears in Leviathan. I love Leviathan. It was a fun raid. It was a lot of fun for the people I gamed with that would do it every week. And God, I'm trying to think.
Leviathan is sort of like, Deepstone Crypt now.
Yeah, it is.
It's a nice introductory raid. It's like, hey, these are the things you do, and it's very hard to screw it up almost.
Right. And I'm trying to find that rifle because it's bugging me. I know I still got it in my vault. I just got to find it.
What are you talking about?
The slow firing auto rifle that you got from one of the layers in, not Leviathan, but one of the layers after it.
Oh, like Galron's?
That one's it. Galron's hand or something? Yeah.
Right hand, yeah.
Yeah. I can't find it now, but I like that rifle. It was mean looking too. Anyway.
I didn't hit it because I had a hell of a time with that fucking raid.
I don't have too many clears in those. In fact, thanks to Kingsley Mac and Sin here, I probably wouldn't have a clear on some of these because I just didn't have the motivation to get them done. And then I knew I had some friends that loved doing them. So, or at least would help. And I remember Mo Hoffa was my first raid buddy.
He was your first?
He was my first. With the Guardian Hub, I'm saying. Because he was when we did Crown of Sorrow? at the end there, that last encounter, me and him work really well. Yeah. Me and him work really well together. And I was like, man, if this is the way it goes in raiding, I want to do more of this. It was really cool. So, yeah, I'm telling you, man, I remember a lot of things. Sometimes I don't think I do, or you guys don't think I do, but I do remember. I do remember some stuff. Anyway, thank you, listeners and Discord
Pepperidge
members.
Farm remembers.
Thank you, everybody who put questions in our questions for the show. Thank you. We love doing questions, and we actually, the next 2 episodes, we're actually going to be focusing on our community questions. So, yeah, keep them up. Keep them in. Damn it. Keep putting them in there. Damn it.
That's what she said.
Keep posing those questions to us, and we'll be glad to answer them. I love questions. Yeah.
I
All right.
drank so much during this episode. It's
Please get me on to the next segment. Jeez. All right. Thank you. If we didn't answer your question, I say this every week. It's not going anywhere. It's pinned nice and neat in our podcast questions channel in our Discord. So if you want to hop over to there, you can throw more questions in. We'll be glad to save them up. All right. Before we go, Mr. Elmer Fudd has a little song for you. And we'll be right back.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah, Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
Thank you, Mr. Fudd. This is our final segment of our show. We'd like to pick our songs for our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. Just a little sample of what the two of us and our guest here like to listen to, and we invite you to listen to it as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify, and it's also on iTunes for all you Apple users out there. I always put these links in our show notes. So look in our show notes for those links if you want to follow along and see what we add every week. We now have 745 songs, 53 hours, and 26 minutes of music representing all of us and our past guests. And as you guys probably know in the chat, sometimes I'll post some videos, some music videos of some of the picks we've thrown out there. So I will start with Mr. CynMedia. What do you got for us tonight, man?
Let me reference the list really quick. All right, so my first song that I had chosen, I forgot it already. That's how bad it was. Oh, I remember now. The first song I had chosen, actually, from the late nights that I'm up on TikTok watching a bunch of short form videos. Mm-hmm. The song is actually became most popular with a dance, and a lot of songs I think have with the TikTok platform. People dancing to them and coming up with different dances and such. This one is cool. It's more of a country song by Walker Hayes. It's called Fancy Like. Has a really catchy lines in there. So
okay,
enjoy that.
I heard this after you added it, and I was laughing so hard at this song.
You have to go back and watch like some of the dance videos that they come up with it, like when they do the whipped cream on top thing and the way they're moving their hands. Like it's to me, it's catchy. So
will do. Perfect.
Now the second song. It's actually replaced a remix version of a Florida Georgia Line song that I was going to put on. But instead, we were talking earlier in chat, and as I was typing these words, I was saying like these days. This song actually takes me back, from my high school years. They're actually most famous from a song they covered. They covered a Michael Jackson song. Band's called Alien Ant Farm.
Oh, I know
this song is called These Days.
Oh, I thought you were going to pick Smooth Operator.
Nope.
Smooth Operator.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
It's Smooth Criminal, by the way.
Yes.
Is the song, not Smooth Operator.
that is Sade. Sorry. Damn it. I was just telling people how I don't forget everything. Damn it.
And I'm surprised you wouldn't have put the song because you're a moviegoer. Is the song called Movies by them.
Okay. I remember Alien Ant Farm. Yeah, it was a fun group.
Yep. Really enjoyed that album cover, that first album cover that they put out. It was a really cool album cover.
Cool deal, man. Nice. Okay, I can go with those picks. Hazel, what do you got tonight, man?
I like them. So, my first song is called You're So Cool by Hans Zimmer. So, I know that's not going to ring a bell for anyone until I tell you that it's from a little movie called True Romance.
I was going to say, isn't that he does movie soundtracks, doesn't he? Hans Zimmer?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Yeah. So, this is from that movie True Romance with Christian Slater, Brad Pitt, Rosanna Arquette.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer played Elvis. It's a fun fact for you.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, you name a person, they were in this movie. Quentin Tarantino wrote it. An all-around fun movie. James Gandolfini was in it too. So that's my first pick. I added this because it's actually one, True Romance was a fantastic movie, but two, it's also in that show that I mentioned earlier, Bonding. They have this in there whenever there's like some emotional beat in there, and it kind of hits home a little bit harder because of this song.
Okay.
And then my second song is Voices by Motionless in White. So I've never heard of this band before. This just came on Spotify, and I spent basically after I finished that show, I just basically spent the whole rest of my shift basically listening to this band, and it's a mix of like Linkin Park, Korn, Breaking Benjamin. There's some synth in there. It all just kind of like takes you back. It's a nice little band. I like them.
You had me at Breaking Benjamin.
Me too.
I love that group.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, it's just like there's like that song that I added there. It's a little bit of Breaking Benjamin and Linkin Park, some synth and everything else. So
Very cool.
Yeah, their other stuff has some Korn vibes to it. So
Okay. Nice.
Well, it's definitely got the life.
I got that reference. All right, cool. All right, good picks. Hey guys, I found another Norwegian metal band.
But you
What?
picked them all.
What? No, I found another one. I don't know what it is about Norway. Norway, you create some awesome metal bands. Let me just tell you. This band, they formed in 2010, so they're not quite as old as like Leprous, which is my all-time favorite Norwegian metal band right now. They have, I mean, Leprous always has their sound. I mean, you just never know, you can always tell a Leprous song when you hear it. It's just something about it.
Really?
This band reminds me a lot of Leprous though, because the lead singer Fredrik Bergensen, and I'm not Norwegian, so I can't really say that correctly. This is what got me thinking about this song. I get some Muse vibes with this. The type of music they have is very, very, very Muse-like, and I love Muse. And I don't know why I haven't put any Muse songs in. I'm about to pick a Muse song next week. But his voice will just grab you and not let you go. So the song I chose is off their 2020 album, Meta, and it's called Seismic. It's a really great song. It'll just get you hopping. I tell you, if you want to wake up in the morning and roll around, get going in the morning, this song is for you. You guys listen to this. I'm telling you, it's a great song. Interesting fact about this band. There's a little bit of controversy between this band and Imagine Dragons. And you're like, Gatr, what are you talking about? What do you mean controversy? This is a statement they put out. Instagram is a wonderful place for art. We bought our artwork from an incredible artist called Beeplecrap. We contacted him and asked him if we could buy the rights to use the photos for our singles and album, they explained. We paid a one-time fee for using this art and didn't think much more of it. Suddenly we saw that Imagine Dragons had a new single coming up with the same artwork 6 months after. For my second pick, I went with more of my more recent musical artists. He's behind such projects as Porcupine Tree and Blackfield. This artist is a self-taught composer, producer, audio engineer, guitar, keyboard player, and he plays other instruments as well, if that isn't enough, including bass guitar, auto harp, hammered dulcimer, and flute. He's from Hemel Hempstead, Hertfordshire, England. Did I say that right? I'm hoping I said that right.
You'll find out.
I'm going to find out in about 20 seconds. He also does several remixes. No. Come on, man. Give me a break. All right. Hemel Hempstead, Hertfordshire, England. He also does several remixes of past artists, ranging from Elton John, Tears for Fears, to Rush, Black Sabbath. This guy is my personal hero right now. He released his 6th solo album, The Future Bites, on January 29th of this year. It was a limited edition of a single copy of this album sold on pre-order immediately for £10,000 on Black Friday in November 2020, with all the proceeds of this going to the Music Venue Trust to help save UK music venues affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, which ironically is the album which this song is off of. It's the song King Ghost by my new, like I said, musical hero, Mr. Steven Wilson. My wife is so tired of me singing this guy's praises, but I love this artist. He is very, very good. I am a UK music venue. As requested, Mrs. Gator's chosen a song this week for the show, and she says, I love this song and just had to pick it this week. It's Matt Mason with his song Hallucinogenic. It's from his 2019 album Bank on the Funeral. So that was good. I liked it. It was on my list. She claimed she didn't steal it, but it was on my list already. So whatever.
Overtime. Let's do this.
Hey everyone, if you like what you're listening to tonight, please do us a favor. Spread the word out there. Hit that share button on your podcast app of choice. I mean, we really don't promote our podcast much. And, leave us a review on iTunes also if you would like. And that would be great. We appreciate it. We just appreciate everything you guys do out there for us. So hopefully we have a little lighter take on Destiny and makes life go by a little bit easier. So
only 1 minute left.
Well, guys, that's a wrap. Another episode in our collection. For our listeners out there, we have 105 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So take a look at those, especially if you're just finding out about us. And Mr. CynMedia, this is the time where we would like to hear where people can contact you or watch your great podcast. Did I say watch? Listen to your great podcast. So where can we find you, good sir?
Well, the lovely listeners can partake in the podcast, The Guardian Hub, on any podcast app of choice. Or they can find us on our website, theguardianhub.com. The best hub on the net.
I got 3 different versions of that. I love it.
Then they can find myself, Mr. Cyn, in the club, as I like to say, or over on Twitter at Cyn_media. Or they can check out our merch for the Guardian Hub on irleververse.com. And just as a side note, I told this person I would mention it during the podcast, but a member of both of our Discords, and I think they were here first, and they live in the UK, just recently purchased a Guardian Hub shirt.
Very nice.
Aw, nice.
Oh. So shout out to that person.
Very cool. Very nice.
Hazel Nutter, where can the lovely listeners find you?
Hey, that's my line.
It's okay. I'm Hazel Nut, Hazel NT, anywhere and everywhere.
I love that branding.
I do like that branding. What, you're not going to ask? Wait a minute, you're not going to ask me?
Now, Gatr.
That's it. That's a wrap, right?
No.
Put that playlist together and take us out.
You can find me on Twitter at Todd the Gator. Remember, that's Gatr. You can find me on Steam and PS4, soon to be crossplay, as Gatr. All caps. Don't forget those underscores. I'm also on YouTube as Gator-Guardian Downcast, where we post our episodes every week. If you like to listen to podcasts on YouTube, like I do sometimes, you can find us, our podcast, on whatever podcast catcher you use out there. Just go to guardiandowncast.com. And it has all of that right there. You can also listen to our episodes in any order. We have a player built into our website where you can grab a certain episode and listen to it if you missed it. And join our Discord. We have a great bunch of people in this Discord. I mean, we've got people in our chat right now just, saying such nice things. So check us out. I always post links in our show notes if you want to join and jump in with these great people and chill with everybody, see how life's rolling along. And we have all the Instagram and all the other links out there too. Just go to guardiandowncast.com. And that's where you can find it. Continue to be safe, everybody. And more importantly, take care of one another.
Guardians are measured by their ability to come back from defeat. So stand. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening.
And later, Guardian.
And later, Guardian. See, I didn't let you do it this time.
Toddles.
Isn't it Get Toddled?
Oh yeah, that too. Get toddled.
There we
Bye!
go. That's how we end it. Thanks, man. That was great. This is
Downcast hub on the net.
this is surreal, man. I don't envy streamers at all because trying to read chat while trying to read scripts and bullet points on what you're trying to get across. Oh my God. It's so much work.
It's definitely easier when it's just you and you can.
Yes.
You don't have to listen to anybody else. You can just.
Yes.
You can focus. You can kind of switch between. It's definitely hard doing the podcast, and you get to switch between, trying to like listening to the questions, and then you're trying to read chat, and then trying to respond, and then like I got distracted one time, and I was like, I heard what you said, but I didn't really take in the question.
Right.
And I was like, wait, what did you say?
Hey, everybody! Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. That was a lot of fun. We might do this in the we might do this in the future. We'll see if everyone's interested in doing it. We may do it more. I know you guys do it just about every week, but it's great to see everybody in the live chat, talking with us at the same time. And just remember, everybody, we have in our Discord, we have a new stage channel. It's called Podcast Listen In Channel, and we have a podcast live chat also where people can chat with us while we're podcasting. I'm not distracted at all. No. Anyway, thank you, Cyn. Brother, thanks much, man. We had a great time tonight. We have 2 Speakpipe questions, and they're both from our great uncle from across the pond, Uncle Scumdeath. So I'm going to play the first one.
Please talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, the podcast loads.
Normally, yes.
Copy link. There we go.
Buffering.
Like put in like some like wait music.
Hold.
Did they have some wait music in the
Hold.
in Loki?
Hold. All right, here's the first one. Here's the first one, guys.